Hi everyone, this is your teacher Alex again. Today is April 16th, 2020. Our main focus for today is to review Unit 5 and Unit 6. So does everyone remember what Unit 5 is about? If you don't, so Unit 5 is about three things. Number one, identifying places. And how do we identify places? We look for clues such as the names or the people around or objects and signs, right? So for example, if we see this building and there is a cross, and then I see an ambulance, I see doctors, nurses, and patients walking around the building, then I can assume that building is a hospital, right? Another example, people are coming out of the building with shopping bags, and then they're full of, I don't know, fruits, vegetables, meats. Then you can kind of assume that, oh, that building must be a supermarket, right? Number two, we learn how to identify locations. Since we learned how to identify places, such as a hospital, that's a hospital, then we should be able to tell where the hospital is located. And in order to identify its location, we have to use propositions of location, which is shown in the whiteboard, and we'll get into this a little bit later after I tell you about number three. Number three is giving directions, right? So we know the location of this place, and then if someone asks you questions, hey, where is this hospital? Hey, where's the hospital? Then you have to not just tell them the location. Sometimes you have to give them the direction, how to get there from one place to another. So those are the three things that we learned in Unit 5. Once again, number one, identifying places. Number two, identifying location. And number three, how to give a direction to that location or place, right? So in this video, we're going to first review Unit 5, okay? So I'm not going to go over places, identifying places, because you should know what amusement park, hospital, library, hotels, those things, you should know what it is. So first, propositions of location. There are 5 propositions that we learned. So on, across from, on the corner of, next to, and between. So here I drew a coffee shop as that place, and then the street is going to be Jackson Avenue. I mean, sorry, not the street. Yeah. So this is going to be called Jackson Avenue. So for the location, there's always a question and answer that we have to be we have to prepare for, right? Questions and answers, sorry. So for example, if someone walks up to you and asks, hey, where's the coffee shop, right? That's the question. And you have to tell them. You have to tell them the location. And in order for you to tell the location, you have to use these propositions. So let's go over each one of them. So for on, there's a coffee shop here in Jackson Avenue. So where's the coffee shop? If someone asks you where's the coffee shop, you say it's on Jackson Avenue. On Jackson Avenue. It's on this avenue. Okay? So next to, this time we have a coffee shop here and a bank. So for this case, I say, where's the coffee shop? You say, it's next to the bank. It's next to the bank. So this building and this building is beside each other. Beside. So, and then if I were to change the question into where's the bank, I could also say it's next to the coffee shop. Or another way of saying it is, it's on Jackson Avenue. Because this bank is also is sharing that Jackson Avenue right here, right? So that's another way. So across from. In this picture, we can see that there's a coffee shop and Jackson Avenue in the middle, and there's a park. So if I ask you, where's the coffee shop? You say, it's across from the park. It's across from the park. Something is across. So there's a gap here. A gap. Between, here we have 3 buildings now of total. School, coffee shop, and bank. And they're also on Jackson Avenue, all of them. So if I say, where's the coffee shop? I say, it's between the school and the bank. It's between the school and the bank. So if you want to use between, the place or the location has to be in the middle of 2 different structures or buildings. So here we have school and bank, so we are able to use the proposition between. So, and then if the question was, where's the school? I cannot use between. I cannot say between, because where's the school? It's between what? There's nothing here. There's nothing between. There's a coffee shop next to it, but you can't say use the between because there's nothing on the other side. But I can say, if I want to use, if I want to identify the location of the school, I could say, so where's the school? It's on Jackson Avenue, or it's next to the coffee shop. The school is next to the coffee shop, right? And finally, on the corner of, in order to use on the corner of, you need to have two you need to have an intersection. Intersection is when you have 2 roads crossing each other. So here I have Jackson Avenue here, but I'm gonna call this Main Street. Okay. So if I said, where's the coffee shop? I say it's on the corner of Jackson Avenue and Main Street. Jackson Avenue and Main Street. And then the corner could be anywhere. So the coffee shop is here, but I could say, I could move the coffee shop to here, here, or here, and then you can use on the corner of for all of them. So if it's here, I could say, oh, if the coffee shop was here, I say, oh, the coffee shop, it's on the corner of Jackson Avenue, Main Street. Same thing. Same thing. So those are the 5 propositions of location to identify the location of those places. So now, we know how to identify locations, and then how to kind of answer them using those propositions. Now we're gonna review how to give directions. Okay, so we're gonna learn. Well, not learn, but we're gonna review imperatives. So imperatives, if you don't remember, is something to it's like a sentence for giving direction and command. An example would be, go do the dishes. Go help your sister. Go get the remote from the living room. You know, so those are imperatives. So for our location cases, these are the ways that you give directions. So here, go straight ahead. Just going straight. Go straight. So going straight ahead, you just keep going straight. There's no stop. Okay? You gotta remember that. Just keep going. Here, go 2 blocks. Go 2 blocks. So I'm gonna explain more about what blocks are. But blocks are basically we use it as a unit of distance. So so this is yeah, I'm gonna just use a red marker. So this is a 1 block, and then this is a 2nd block. So when I say go 2 blocks, so 1, 2, you have to go till here, cross. Now, I could also say go to Main Street. Then this Main Street is right here. This is Main Street. So I'm gonna go from all the way here to here. But so it ends right here. And then this one ends right here. This one has no ending, as I said before. Cross Main Street is we're going over Main Street. We're bypassing it. So we don't stop here, but we go past it. Okay? And then this is very easy. Turn left, turn right. So turn left is like going here. Turn right is to here. Very simple. So we use these imperatives or instructions to go from point A to point B. And then it could be this weird looking shape kind of direction, but that's how you're going to get to it, right? So the question usually that comes with location is, first is, where's the hospital, or where's the grocery store, where's the restaurant? And then you tell the other person, oh, it's on Jackson Avenue, or it's on it's next to that bank, or it's next to that church, right? And then the second thing that they're going to ask you usually is, so how do you get there exactly? How do you get there? That's when you have to tell them the direction. So you have to use, oh, you go straight, take a left, or go cross the main street, you know. And one more thing is, So there's some extra information that I want to add. Is this. So another propositions that I didn't go over in the whiteboard here is this. So there's in front of and behind. And here I drew a bank. And then there's a main entrance here. And then we're going to, so for these proposition, I just want to emphasize a point of reference. So point of reference here, I wrote it down. Example is front of the building, or where the main entrance is located at. So if you're thinking about a building and then if you want to use in front and of behind, it's usually where the main entrance is located at. So for here, the main entrance is here. So this is, I say, for example, if I draw a person here, sorry, let's say I draw a person here. Then I could say, and then someone calls me and, hey, where are you? And I say, oh, I'm in front of the I'm in front of the bank, right? And then if I was all the way here, sorry, so this is in front of the building. So you know, let me go over this one. So the top view, from if you're looking from the top to bottom, this is how it's gonna look like. This is gonna look like this. So I'm here right now. So I'm in front of the bank, right? But what if I was here? Right here. And I say, I'm behind the bank. I am behind the bank, behind. So these are some extra propositions that you want to use. Because there are buildings that sometimes is in the front of another building or behind. So it's another way of identifying locations. And then so in order to do that, you need to, it's important to know about point of reference. So the front is where usually the main entrance is located. And block. And as I said, for block is a unit of distance. And then the reason that we use block is because in a lot of downtown areas or city, all the buildings are structured in a way like a block. So if we have so it's a block, and then there's building like this. Buildings are made within a block. So this is called a block. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that's terrible handwriting. Yeah. So we say in downtown or city areas, it's easier for us to say go down 2 blocks or go down 3 blocks, and that's a way of giving directions. So in this video, we just reviewed propositions of location and imperatives. So using these, in our next video, we're going to do some exercises to help practice using these grammar rules to identify location and give directions, okay? Anyway, thanks for joining, and see you in the next video.